for my 2024 season book review. But I read 19 books in total. I read 8,660 pages. You can see that right here. Of course it's flipped, but you can get an idea. So on to 2025. My goal was 35 books. 35. How many did I read? 19. I read 19 books. Only 3 of these books were 5 stars, in my opinion. And they were first one was King of Sloth. It was, I think, the first book I read in 2024. I loved it so much. I thought the character dynamic was a little different than the rest of Anna Huang's Men, and I loved it. Second book goes without saying, Fourth Wing. I'm so excited to read Onyx Storm. It was so freaking good. I loved the characters in this book, and it was just so good. And then finally, of course, again, without being said, Haunting Adeline was my next favorite. Again, I love the characters, I love the story, I love the plot. My favorite overall book from this year, of course, is going to come from this pile, was for sure Fourth Wing. I love this book. The reason Haunting Adeline was a very, very close second, but the reason this one is becoming first is because I'm just a huge fantasy person, and I love those like mythical like stuff like that, and of course this has to do with dragons, which is why I liked this book the most. So my favorite series. So in order for the series to qualify as my favorite series, the series has to be finished. That being said, my other favorite series was, of course, oh my gosh, the Shatter Me series. This series was so good. Now, you can see it doesn't include the novellas. I'm personally not a huge novella fan. So that being said, I'm counting the novellas as a different part, and this is the main series. And I loved the characters. I loved the story and the progression of Juliet throughout the whole, or Ella, whichever you want to call her. I loved that progression, and then seeing how she connected with Warner and their pasts. And I really loved that. So in terms of my reading goal this year, since I completed 19 books last year, it's just gonna be 1 extra book, so I hope to read 20 books this year. We'll see how that goes though.